One may suffer a world of demons for the sake of an angel. Welcome to 30 to Make a Whovian with me, Carrie, on the Officially Unofficial Geek channel. This is the film series, this is the video series where we attempt to make Whovians of y'all, and we talk about episodes, some of the best episodes of the reboot era of Doctor Who that started in 2005. So I choose the episodes, and the next episode that I choose is little episode from the David Tennant era of Doctor Who, which would be the air date of this episode is May 6th, 2006. That's the original air date of an episode entitled The Girl in the Fireplace. Now this is ask a lot of people who that are Whovians, that enjoy Doctor Who, and a lot of them might say this episode, especially if you get right down to it, and maybe you don't say Doctor Who as a whole, but say the David Tennant era of Doctor Who. Even if they don't remember the name of the episode, they remember the fireplace. So the Doctor is still traveling with Rose, and now he has also taken on Rose's friend Mickey. So the Doctor, Rose, and Mickey find themselves in the TARDIS on this spaceship that is generating a lot of power but actually not going anywhere. What they find in the spaceship is a bunch of different portals that they end up finding out go to basically France, Versailles, Paris, during the time of Louis XIV. So what happens is this ship has all these different portals, in particular chronicling different points in the life of a woman named Renette, which the Doctor finds out eventually because he communicates with her, finds out her name is Renette the first time he meets her. She's a little girl. And he finds out that there's a reason why this particular ship is chronicling with different portals to this woman's life. And the reason, you have to watch the episode to find out. Renette, you end up meeting this girl into her adulthood, and her interactions with the Doctor are very interesting. Whereas the Doctor uses some of his tricks on her, and not in a bad way, but in just a matter-of-fact way, trying to figure out what's going on kind of thing. And she's fine with that, but she's also kind of like, oh, but two can play that game kind of thing with him. And she's very clever. She's a person that is actually of, again, historical significance. I say again because I just recorded the episode involving Outlander, where I talk about historical significance from within that show. But here is the first time I'm talking about historical significance. Renette is actually a person of historical significance in France, and all that becomes a lot more clearer throughout the episode. There's a lot of wonderful dialogue written through this, and actually this one was written by a man by the name of Steven Moffat. Now, at this time during Doctor Who's era, the head showrunner of the show is a man named Russell T Davies. But even being the head showrunner, you have other writers that write for the series. You have Steven Moffat. Neil Gaiman has written episodes for the series as well. So anyways, Steven Moffat is somebody that at this time he's a part of the writer's room of Doctor Who, and eventually the man becomes the head showrunner of Doctor Who, the head show writer. This is a time where he has not made that position yet, but the time period that we're dealing with right now with Doctor Who, with David Tennant, is where he starts really cutting his teeth on putting himself in one of those indispensable positions as a writer with Doctor Who. And this episode, The Girl in the Fireplace, has wonderful historical significance tied in with Doctor Who. So again, you're going to find yourself possibly going to Google to research this woman. And there's just this wonderful, like, how the idea with Doctor Who, the Doctor being a Time Lord and being able to travel in this box through time and space, whenever, whatever happened, whatever was, everywhere. And the idea that he can just jump wherever he wants in time. But most of us have to experience it day to day, experience life and history, day to day, the so-called, and this will make sense, the long road, the long way around. And the difference between, and the weight of being a person that can do that, and being a person that can't do that. So it's a very beautiful, emotional, and wonderful episode, and you definitely find out a little bit right here about why, love him or hate him, Steven Moffat is probably one of the greatest writers of Doctor Who. So anyways, guys, that's what I'm going to tell you about this episode. And I'm urging you all, please, go watch it. Check it out. Come back and comment and let me know what you thought of The Girl in the Fireplace. What you thought about what happened and the idea of having to do things like normal people do versus what the Doctor does. And yeah, let me know. What did you think about the episode? But I want you guys to go watch it. And maybe you are, like I've said previously, a fan of Doctor Who. Maybe you're a fan of Doctor Who already, and you've watched A Girl in the Fireplace probably countless times. I want to know what you think. And yeah, I just want to know what you think. What do you think? What is your favorite Steven Moffat written episode of Doctor Who? There's going to be a few in this list. I can tell you that right now. But right now, that's what I'm looking for. I want to know, what was your first introduction to the episodic writing of Steven Moffat? Even if you aren't a Whovian yet, if you watch Sherlock, you've been introduced to Steven Moffat. So, let me know in the comments, what's your favorite piece of Steven Moffat's work? And until then, till next time, wave your sonic screwdriver, have some fun, enjoy the episode, and I'll be seeing ya. Bye!